Welcome to another class in calculus for the integration by parts. In this class, I'm gonna show you guys one of the rules that you can use to do integration by parts easier, faster, and simpler. So you guys might be wondering, what is this liate? Why is it here? So actually, liate is very helpful to do integration by parts. I'm gonna show you how. So first of all, L stands for logarithmic function, alright? I stands for inverse function. So like trigonometry, arcsine, arccosine, arctangent, logarithmic function. You know, guys, what it means. Algebraic. This means algebraic. So examples of algebraic fractions are like root x, x squared, 5x cubed minus x. These are all algebraic functions. T stands for trigonometric. Okay, so sine, cosine, tangent, those functions. And E stands for exponential. So for example, exponential. So for example, e to the power of x, e to the power of 2x, even 5 to the power of 7x. This is also an exponential function. Alright? Well, how about x squared? X squared is algebraic fraction. Alright? It's not exponential fraction. Algebraic function, I mean, not exponential function. Alright, so that being said, let's so actually, how does this rule work? So whichever comes first in this order will be the value of u. So in integration by parts, let's recap again, see again, u dv is equal to uv minus v du. This is the basic rule for the integration by parts. But oftentimes we don't know which function to choose as u and which function to choose as v. So for example, if you have ex sine x dx, we don't know which one to put as u, which one to put as v, but using this rule, liate rule, which one comes first? So we have trigonometric function and exponential function. As you can see, there's letter t, which comes first. So in this case, we'll have u will be equal to sine x, alright? And then the rest, dv, will be equal to ex dx. Alright, maybe I should open a new page, and I'll write this down again. So here, let's write again this example, ex sine x dx, okay? So we have trigonometric function and exponential function. As you might recall, liate rule here, which one comes first? We have t and then e. So we will have u will be sine x, alright? You remember, whichever comes first will be the value of u. And then dv will be equal to ex dx. So after this, we will integrate both sides to get v. So apply integral here. So the left hand side, integral of dv will be simply v, will be equal to ex dx, integral will be simply ex. Alright? There is no need for plus c, don't worry about this, plus c, just write ex. Alright? So then ex sine x dx is turned into sine x, and instead of this ex dx, we're gonna write dv, which is actually d of ex. Okay, and then after this we will apply the rule. Let me rewrite it again. u dv is equal to u times v minus v du. Okay, so this is u here and this is v. Okay, so it becomes sine x times ex minus integral of ex d of u, which is sine x. Okay, let me extend this page. Alright, so okay, after this, what we have is, so we have sine x ex, alright, so let me write it here, sine x times ex minus ex, and then what is this d sine x? It means derivative of sine x, which is actually cosine x dx, alright, so this d sine x becomes cosine x dx. I hope you know this because the derivative of sine x is cosine x. Okay, the next step. Now we have another integration by parts type integral here. So we need to apply it one more time. So a lot of times you'll guys see that we apply integration by parts twice. So let's open this big bracket. So what do we have here? We have exponential function and then trigonometric function. So we're gonna have for this integral, we're gonna have u will be equal to cosine x, okay, and then dv. The remaining will be ex dx. You're here with me, guys? So cosine x is the u, ex dx is dv. So then we integrate both sides here, and then we will have v will be equal to ex. Okay. So this function now turns into cosine x, which is the u, and then dv, which is d of v is ex. Okay. And then the next step is, let's write this sine x times ex, and then minus this bracket. So we'll have u times v, which is cosine x times ex, and minus v du. V du will become ex. This is the v, this is the u, du, d cosine of x. Okay. So hold on here with me, guys. It will be more clear in a second. So let's write this again. Sine x times ex minus, open the bracket, cosine x ex, and then minus. So what we have here is ex. What's the derivative of cosine x? Well, the derivative of cosine x is the negative sine x. And with this negative sign here, it will become basically plus. So let me do it step by step. Times negative sine x dx. So then after this, let's expand the brackets. Sine x ex, and then minus, we have cosine x ex, and then this, we have minus sign here and minus sign here, and then also minus sign here. So 3 minus signs will give us minus. All right, minus integral of ex times sine x dx. And what was the original question? The original question was the integral of ex sine x, which is actually what we have here. So what we have now is, let me write it all over again. Ex sine x is the original function, is equal to this thing here, sine x ex plus cosine x ex, and then minus the ex sine x dx. All right. So let's bring this integral to the left hand side, and after you do that, it will become 2ex sine x dx will be equal to everything here. Right, I'll just write it here, and then finally the final answer will be ex sine x dx will be equal to sine x ex, and then plus cosine x ex over 2. Alright, so this is the answer, and then of course we need to add plus c in the end. Okay, so this is it. I'll give you guys one more example using the Lee-Ate. So example 2 rule, Lee-Ate rule. So let's do this. Very simple. X times sine of 4x dx. So what do we have here? This function is, x is still a function, it's algebraic. This function here is trigonometric. So as you might recall, guys, Lee-Ate rule, which one comes first? We'll have algebraic and trigonometric. So what we're gonna have is u will be the algebraic, which is x, and then dv will be everything else. So sine 4x and dx, sine of 4x and dx. Alright, from here we integrate both sides to find out what v is. So v will be equal to, so the integral of sine 4x will be negative of 1 over 4 cosine of 4x. This is the rule. Basically, you can guys check it up. If you have questions, you can leave me down below in the comments. But this is this is the rule for the integral of sine 4x. We put 1 over 4 negative sine and cosine 4x. Alright, so then what we have is this integral turns into u, which is x, and then dv. U dv will be, we have v negative 1 over 4 here, right, and cosine of 4x. Alright, and then the next step is to find out dv. Okay, dv is this. So, and then we'll have u times dv. It will be equal to x multiplied with, as symmetrical, guys, u dv for the integration by parts is equal to uv minus integral of v du. And then here it's u times v, alright? So x times negative 1 over 4 cosine of 4x here, and then minus v du. So we have negative 1 over 4 cosine 4x, and then d of x. Alright, and after this, the next step will be, we have x times negative 1 over 4 will be minus x over 4 cosine 4x. I'm not doing anything magical here, I'm just multiplying, okay, and then minus will be plus of, we'll take 1 over 4 out, okay, and then cosine of 4x dx. Okay, so we're almost done. The very last step is to find the integral of this. So we have negative x over 4 cosine of 4x, and then it will be plus 1 over 4, and then the integral of cosine 4x is 1 over 4 sine 4x. So it will be 1 over 4 times 1 over 4 is 1 over 16 sine of 4x, and then plus c. So finally, the integral of x sine of 4x, which was the original question, will be equal to the expression here. Alright, this is the final answer. Okay, so I hope you guys have found it useful. Let me recap. So L'Hopital rule for the integration by parts. This rule is useful to identify which part of the function to call u and which part of the function to call v. Okay, so L stands for logarithmic, I inverse, A algebraic, T trigonometric, E exponential. Whichever comes first in this order will be the value of u. So I'll give you an example, guys. How about this? X squared times ex dx, the integral of this. This is algebraic here, right? A, and then this is exponential. So since A comes first rather than E, what we have is we will have u will be equal to x squared, and then the rest dv will be equal to ex dx. Alright, this part. So this is a practice problem for you guys. I hope you found it useful. Leave me comments down below if you have any questions, and check out the link in the description for my online course, and hit the thumbs up, the like button. I really appreciate it. It will help me a lot to grow this channel. And also feel free to subscribe to my channel. I'll be posting more content. And with that being said, I'll see you in the next class.